Finally, it's here, 6 o'clock, launch of a brand new one-day special, and I love these two. Join with Cathie and Mel. It is Pink Ink Designs. Ladies, welcome back. So good to have you here. Been a while since we've done a show together, actually. I've missed it. I've missed it. It's been too long.
We missed you too.
I know. I've aged since it's gone on. Now, we've got brand new designs, is that right?
Yes, we have. Super excited.
Really cool. And Christmas is a big time for you guys, I suppose, isn't it, really? People are actually buying and crafting now, is this right?
Yes. They are.
Yeah, and what we've tried to do with these stamps is we've tried to make them Christmas related.
Yes.
But to be able to use them other times of the year
That's the
as well.
trick, isn't it? Because although it's a big event, we want to be able to use it all throughout the year, don't we? And Cathie, these are your designs.
They are.
That's lovely.
But we design them together. I draw them, but we design them together.
That's right. So it's a team effort with this, isn't it? We've got some of your original drawings we'll look at later on. But what is your take on this? Why would you be getting this then, Cathie? Why would you be loving this?
Well, as Mel said, the fact that they're not specifically Christmas.
Yes.
So you don't think, oh, well, I'm going to use them for my Christmas cards.
And then
they've got to stay in a drawer all year. They can come back out. And I mean, I've even used the stag for with sympathy.
Yeah.
Even the baubles. Baubles, I'd say, was the one that you'd think would be specifically Christmas, but even that would be...
It doesn't have to be, does it? No, it doesn't have to be.
Depending on what colours you use as well, that can change it so quickly.
It really does. Well, I know we've got lots of examples here, lots of demonstrations. Speaking of which, if you'd like to get ready for those, Catherine, we'll come and see you shortly.
Thanks
for see you, Catherie.
Right,
Mel, come, so you get stuck in.
Yeah,
let's have a look at these. So we had a brief look there, but you got like a focal point, lots of finishing touches on each of these sets.
Yeah, we try and add as much as we can to every stamp set, really. Value for money is our key.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. These are beautiful. So very much of a mystical, magical kind of size, isn't it?
Yes.
Shall I flick some of these round? Shall I have a look at the owl one? Is that a good idea? There we go. There's a lot. They're big stamps, aren't they?
They are big stamps, yeah. The main images are always quite meaty, but we get a lot of really positive comments about that.
You do, I know you do. This honestly, this is all your original artwork between you and Cathie. People were actually buying this just before we came live, actually.
Oh, good.
So that's always a sign it's going to be very busy. Can we have a look at this card just here? Because this is one we were preparing for the show. You were saying,
so
isn't that
pretty.
beautiful?
Yeah.
That needs a lot of fame, that card, doesn't it?
It does.
That's so well deserved. That's beautiful.
And that's Pauline.
Pauline, honestly, thank you very much indeed. All you guys, design team works ever so hard.
They do.
The
all
stag's
of our design team, we're very lucky.
Well, shall I look? Shall I dive into some of these cards? We've got lots here. Now, the bear, I do like this. Oh, wow, that's gorgeous. And who did this one, actually? Oh, so the name here.
Yeah.
Is it Kate? It's initials.
It's Karen.
Is it
Her name
Karen?
is Karen. She lives in the Netherlands.
Karen, that's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? These are really smart. Now, you can get these as individuals if you like. So per stamp set, £17.49. But I've got to say right now, if you're going for the one-day special, it's like getting a stamp set thrown in because you are saving £17.49. So it's 5 for the price of 4, isn't it?
That's good, eh?
Wow, very smart.
Now, you see what we've done there, or what actually, again, the one before was Bayonet. This is now Pauline again, but she's done is she's added the wings from the wings set.
Oh, which is coming up next, actually.
Yes.
Isn't that a great idea? The vibrance, the contrast with the colours there is really quite something, isn't it?
Very good with colour. All of our ladies are very good with colour.
Do you know what? This is really good fun. This is really good fun. I love the bear hugs
and again, you can see he's not Christmas there.
Yes,
because he's got his crown on rather than his Santa hat.
Of course, yeah. Completely different, isn't it? But there's nothing here that screams Christmas as such, but you want to have something useful.
But so is Christmas as well if you want it to be, isn't
Absolutely, that's a really good point, Oh, hi a minute, here we go. We've got some textiles here. That is beautiful. Wow.
We just thought, you know, what a great placemat it would make for Christmas Day.
Isn't it really? And Joe, whilst looking at this is actually microfibre, isn't it?
It is.
Now, we've actually got available on the show a metre's worth of microfibre. So when you see Pink Ink shows, if you're wondering what is that fabric they use to get that beautiful painted effect, it's microfibre. It's the fabric we've actually got on the show. You can buy it as a blank canvas, as it were.
Absolutely.
I think that's really good. So yeah, put it into your basket if you like to. We'll look at that shortly with our Cathie too. Right, here we go. Look at these. Of course, We Three Kings, very pretty. Aren't they gorgeous? But get penguins, we can have that, you know, not just Christmas time.
No, because you could have a bride and groom from that, couldn't you?
You could. Well, I love a winter wedding.
Yes.
My sister had a winter wedding. You know?
Did she?
Oh, very nice. The only one I've ever been to, but it's very magical because you've got that magic of Christmas and the love and the romance. Anyway, enough of that. But that is really, really pretty. So they're the penguins. Can we look at the owl because they are on trend, aren't they? Right, there we go. This, wow. That is gorgeous, Mel.
Beautiful. That's Karen again.
That's really something, isn't it?
Yeah, she loves really vibrant colours, and it works really well. I think
They do well, don't they? Well, you can go really overboard with this selection, can't you?
Yeah.
And you can let it speak for themselves if you want. You can choose quite
Like
passively
that.
neutral cones. Yeah, like that, exactly.
And
So the choice
I
is
did that one.
That's beautiful, Mel. Beautiful. We've got another one here. Right, hang a minute.
Well, you can tell now, can't you? You're getting the gist of Pauline's work.
Pauline,
now,
I
aren't you?
love your work. There's no messing around with Pauline. Pauline, that's beautiful. And, oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Oh, look at the little shoes. Is that part of the actual image that she had it in herself?
Yeah, look, and you've got a pair of boots to the side.
Oh, come on, let's have a look. Hold up the stamps in. That's a good idea. You guys, your imagination is just wonderful, you know. And that's why with Pink King, it's always something new and fresh.
We try.
Well, you do, and you exceed that every single show. And I know how busy we've been already. It's flying. The call centre is absolutely flat out. Now, when it's not even 10 minutes into the show and we're talking 10% of the entire stock already gone, that's a sign how busy it is. I'm so pleased because I like this. We want to get this across how nice they are, and you're really liking it. We've got one more to go through. Sorry, two more actually, haven't we?
Yes.
Let's just whiz through. I do love the baubles.
Yeah, they're pretty, aren't they?
Isn't that nice? Has Polly used some glossy accents there?
She has.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Or some resin of some variety. Very, very pretty. And again, definitely could be for Christmas. But again, depending on what kind of colours you use, you could do mobiles from this actually.
Absolutely.
Bits like dream catchers.
Use it for Christmas, no, definitely not. Even though you'd think you would with baubles. And again, look, we've added the wings.
Right.
Again.
The wings are becoming a bit of a common feature there. If you like them, they're coming up next. They're available for you to buy, okay?
We love the wings.
The wings are great, aren't they? Oh, they really are. Should we do a couple more from the last set? There we go. So you're getting all of these 5 sets, okay?
So this is
beautiful.
This is our guest DT member this month called Kay Abelard.
Kay?
And we invite a guest member every
Dear, that's lovely. Yeah.
We've got a Pink Inkers group on Facebook page, and we see all the wonderful stuff they do, and then we just pick somebody and invite them over.
That's great. Well, Kay, if you're watching, it's now on the telly for you, and well deserved. That is
Beautiful,
an absolute masterpiece. Look at the wings which you got coming on next year too.
She did this also, Charlie.
Kay did this as well.
She did.
That's beautiful. And you came across Kay on Facebook, did you?
Yes.
That's what I love about it, you know.
Yes.
It's such a good way of sharing ideas in community. Kay, I tell my hat off to you. That is, I mean, that's jaw-droppingly good.
Huge amount of thread work on there.
Isn't there just?
Yeah.
She's probably used like paints as well, I suppose.
She has, yeah.
There's a lot in there.
Yeah, lovely.
Well, do you know what? I know stags, they're very in, aren't they? I see lots of stags, but I haven't seen one quite this detailed, you know.
No.
It's very pretty, very pretty. I know you've got something else you want to show us too. Oh, still with the
just
stag,
some more
fantastic.
stags if you'd like to see them.
Absolutely, of course you would. There we go. You can get this individually. You can get any one of them as an individual. So for these brand new stamp sets, and they're large stamps, you know, and I think it's always handy to have your focal image, that you've got little touches, little finishes to actually tie it all in.
And the stag's got his own wing.
Oh, the stag has?
Yes.
Beg your pardon. Right, here we go. Let me hold up the stamp set now. There you go. There's that wing. Okay, you can use that across the others,
or
couldn't
you don't have to use it. It's entirely up to you.
That's beautiful. Joy, if you got, because unicorns, I suppose you could probably transform. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Well, we might have another unicorn stamp to use the wings of. Anyway, look, that's my imagination. It's poor, isn't it? But there we go. Right, now, there's lots of ideas for you right there.
Yeah.
We'll show you some more later on. I know we'll start demonstrating. We have got some other items to recap. But it's all 5 sets, £34.98 today. You're saving that £17.49. So, for example, it's like getting this one or anyone thrown in for free. That's the good point. And it's the sort of thing, if I buy 2 or 3, you asked me to John about this earlier on, you know, oh, now, I'll watch my pennies for now, and then a week later you come back and buy it. You know, and then you've missed out on that saving
I know.
But I never learn from that, but I'm trying to. But the point is, if you think you're going to get it out, or you're going to get them all, save money now. Get them all together. You're going to save that money. It's the best value when it's
nice. Nice saving.
It is, and it's nice to know at the back of your head you've got a good saving, isn't it, as well?
Oh, I love a bargain.
I love a bargain. I find I enjoy things, but I haggle on everything. I haggle on fuel. No, not really. That's silly. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Haggling restaurants, I'm a nightmare. Right, now, the wings are very special.
Yeah.
So they're large, actually, aren't they?
They are. Well, some of them are and some of them aren't. So we've put a selection of sizes on there. And I think they're going to be very versatile for people.
They do work well, don't they?
Yeah.
But look at the detail on those wings. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? And Joe, good for adults as well. This is like very much of a fantasy kind of theme that we're supporting here. And Joe, adults, all ages, kids, we love fiction, don't we? We love storytelling. This is absolutely perfect. Karen, I think it was, who did this one too. Karen, that's beautiful. And Karen's from the Netherlands, you said?
She is, yeah, she's based in the Netherlands.
That's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Lots of talented crafts over there.
This is one of my favourites. This is from Leanne.
Wow, that is lovely.
I just love the colours and the
quite ethereal,
bleeding and the, it's so pretty, I think.
That's a sort of card you can just stare at for ages, isn't it, you know, on that. We knew this would be busy. Do you know what? I cannot believe how much stock we've gone through. It's only just 10 minutes in. We're at a very busy show. Put it this way, I kind of had an idea how much, you know, how many would go, and it's exceeded that for me already. It really has. 10% of these wings have already gone, and we stacked these high. I know you said flying out, but that would have been terrible. Oh, no, stop it. There we go, 779348. They are flying high, they are. Now, this is something I've never seen before.
No. Well,
festive cones. Different. This is beautiful. Oh, we've got a little light here. Does that mean I can turn something on? Oh, I've got a little light there for the tree.
Yes.
They are pretty, you know. So little chocolates, as I see you've got there, but for tree decorations.
So they could be place settings, because you can stamp this design and use it upside down or right way up. Do you know what I mean? There's no right or wrong way.
I know what you mean. Yes, yes.
So yeah, I mean we've made a placemat out of it instead of a cone. But
I see. That's a brilliant idea. You really, there's lots, aren't there?
Yeah.
And Joe, I'm just thinking, what about that little bit in the corner, just for the corner of your stamps, you know? Oh, sorry, of your cards.
Yeah.
That's going to be perfect, isn't it? Or the flap of an envelope.
Yeah, I mean, we've put wings on a cone there. We've done all sorts of things. Made it in card. We've made it in fabric.
Yes.
As you can see.
That's very nice, isn't it? But they are good little goodies, little chocolates inside there, aren't they? Little gifts, little presents. You know, but that is something really new and exciting, actually. I haven't seen these sort of cones for a while. It's a great bundle, £17.49. This is it. Now, I mean, we said we can work quickly, but this is ridiculous. Oh, it's been speeded up. Sorry. I was going to say, I mean, what on earth? But
she is superhuman, but probably not quite that much.
And we've had to slow her down, actually. This is Cathie's slow down. Only took about 30 seconds. So, what sort of paints have we used that have Cathie used there? Do you know?
Well, we do use our multi-surface paints.
Which we've got on the shelf. Those ones here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice, aren't they? Well, that's really impressive. I love this. What an awesome video. £17.49 for that stamp set. Again, it's brand new. Now, we just talked about those paints, didn't we? These are the ones.
These are the ones.
This is the actual one.
Yes.
Now, when you say multi-surface, what kind of surfaces?
All different surfaces, mainly porous.
Right, okay.
You can see the
Shall I bring this in?
set there, yeah.
So, oh, I see. So something to work on fabric and MDF, for example, is pretty impressive.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
I assume we can't wash the fabric, though, can we?
Yes.
We can wash the fabric?
Fabric's safe once it's heat set with an iron.
So you heat set with an iron. That's mightily impressive. Wow, OK, so that's fairly impressive, isn't it? That's fairly impressive. It's massively impressive. Felt as well, which is quite, is quite a novelty.
And stenciling onto felt with it is really good.
Well, I see, OK. Well, we've got 3 different options for you, OK. Now, in each option, it's got a new colour, is that right?
New colour, yes.
Very nice. So this one got the orange, haven't we?
Yes, the new orange. So it's a lot brighter than the previous one.
They're pretty, aren't they? I love these, and obviously on wooden speeds, which makes the point. That is a great coverage. Do you undercoat these before?
No.
Do you slap it straight on?
Straight on.
That's mightily impressive, isn't it? That's good coverage.
Straight on. And the last spoon we've done the graphite, but just to show the glitter, so you can see how the glitter.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yes. So it's actually a clear one, is it then?
Yes, it dries clear.
Oh, I see. That's very pretty, isn't it? Wow. That's very smart.
Yeah, that's a silver glitter in that.
And you can put that on fabric as well?
Yes.
On this one you can on fabric?
Oh, yes.
I'm really blown away by this. And you do get a lot in a tub. Whenever you see tubs this size, you just know it's going to be highly pigmented, don't you?
It's very highly pigmented. You need such a small amount.
I
amount.
mean, do you dilute this then if you wanted to?
Yeah.
You can do that as well. Right, so you've got all these paints. We're going to see this in action. That pumpkin is gorgeous. That's called set 1. Obviously now down here we've got set 2.
This is the new one in this set.
So what's that one? It's like
which is the...
Like a pink. Very smart,
mulberry.
Isn't it? Mulberry, yeah. It's like a deep kind of...
beautiful pink.
Plummy sort of purple.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just moved that. There we go. There we go. I'll put it back in there. There we are. That's very pretty, isn't it? Isn't that nice? So this is all...
And that's got the sparkle star, which is like a pearlescent sparkle in that set.
That is really nice, isn't it? I'm actually, but do you know, it's not overpowering kind of high gloss, because it can be a bit detracting,
It's got
can't it?
mica in it, but it's, so it does have a shimmer to it, but yeah.
It is smart, isn't it? It's a smart shimmer. Again, £15.99. It's a great deal right there. That's set 2. And then set 3, we've also got down here too. So you get all of these 4. These are very smart. So this is the new one.
Yes.
That's like a... Wow, that's the aubergine one there. They are smart, aren't they? So the good thing is here, you can have matching home decors, matching fabrics.
Yes.
Couldn't you with this?
Yes, absolutely.
So you can have a matching picture frame to matching cushions just beneath on the sofa, for example.
Yes.
Blown away. If you are too, £15.99, folks. It's 525,992. Now, we've also got some pads on the show, some ink pads on the show too. These are the Versa stamps, okay? These, sorry, did I say that? Versa craft, sorry, forgive me. So we've got the 6 different colours here, haven't we?
6 different colours, yeah.
Great, and they're a new bundle today, which is exciting.
Yes, it is.
Very nice. £9.99. Can't argue with those, can you?
Not really.
So again, 343272. That's great value. Well, look, we've had a great run through. We're 50 minutes in already. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes, I know.
Thanks very much, Bill. So I go and see Cathie.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Love your ideas. Thanks so much. Have a look on our website. We'll see lots more there. We've got the Colour Cut and Create also on the show too. So these are the fabrics. 30%'s already gone. Do you know what? I've learned something today. You know what they use, their fabric wise with pink ink? It's this microfiber fabric. We've got it on the show. You can buy the blank fabric if you want to. But if you want to wonder those beautiful painting techniques that Cathie and Mel showed to us, it's large down, obviously, their skill and also this fabric. So that butterfly's flown in. It's like a little signature at the end. I love that. £12.99. So it's £20. 51 saving. This can't be ignored. £12.99 for all of this is pretty striking. Add your paint, add your thread, add your sequins, who knows. 095939. So great value for money there. Now, I've been harping on about this fabric. I'm so pleased we got it. It's a metre's worth. £17.49. 239904. This is the fabric that they use. This is the one. This one, you can actually have it now, unprinted, do your own illustrations. Cathie, and that's this, isn't it?
It is this. And Charlie, we have used this microfiber right from the very beginning. We liked it then and we still use it now. So the pack bundle with the pre-printed is on microfiber.
Okay.
So the painting effects that you can do on there is exactly the same as on the plain one that's not printed.
I think that's a great idea because we've got our own stamps, our own ideas too. We can just go for it. You know you've got that quality. And this is really actually exciting. Glad you've shown us this because in a nutshell, that's why this fabric's good, isn't it?
Well, I apologise if I'm boring people because I have brought this before, but it's just really to illustrate. There's linen, cotton sheeting, calico and pink ink microfiber, and I've treated them all exactly the same. I just spritzed them all first so they were damp, and then I've just, with the same amount, just put a dot of colour.
Calico's not the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't. So not all fibres are equal. They don't all spread in the same way, but the microfiber does, and that's why we like it.
Smoother transition there, haven't you? You've got more control almost with this.
Yeah.
That's why, in a nutshell, that's great. Again, a metre's worth, £17.49, 239904. I'm loving that, loving that. Yeah, you're saving that with your one-day special, aren't you? You might as well add that, because of course you can use the stamps on the fabric, all sorts. Saving the money, go for one-day special, put it towards that. It's like you're getting that thread in, really, as well. Right, so then, are you going to do some tiling or we're going to do some stamping?
We can do tiling if you'd like to, Charlie. Right, we've got a plan, Charlie, because obviously it's a one-day special and we've got a fair few shows to do. What I want to do in the first hour is I want to paint some fabric.
Good plan.
Backgrounds, and then we're going to put them to one side to dry, and then over the course of the 8 o'clock show and the ones tomorrow, we're going to bring the pieces back that we've painted live now.
Oh, lovely.
And then do some stamping and further painting on top.
And we've got a new face to the channel tomorrow morning as well.
Pardon?
Pauline's joining us tomorrow.
Pauline,
at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Pauline, she's head of our design team, and as you can see by her samples, she is so talented.
I can't wait to meet that lady. They are beautiful.
I'm really excited, and she's going to be on the 9 o'clock show doing some stamping techniques onto our Bockingford watercolour paper, and also at 1 o'clock as well.
So you got even if you're buying it now, do you stay and watch the shows because we've got a big variety. Look forward to meeting Pauline too. Right, so what do we do first then, Cathie?
Here ready in my little little bucket is some microfiber. I've got some dry microfiber and I've got wet.
Right.
Now, when we do workshops, and a lot of people have seen me before, we always say, oh, just spritz your microfiber, and we just normally, with a little bit of water, just slightly dampen the fabric. And what that does, it just encourages the spread of the pigment a little bit.
Migrates it a bit, doesn't it? Yes, I know.
It's not actually essential. If you when you mix up your pigment and you apply it with water and with your brush and you spread it around, it will actually seep. But by making it damp, it does encourage it, and it makes the blending a lot softer.
Okay.
So, and the more water you add, the paler it becomes.
I see.
Okay, so that's something to bear in mind.
Right.
So I'm going to come back to that one in just a moment, and I'm just going to work on some dry ones.
Okay.
Or dry for the minute, they won't be dry for very long. So we've just got some little pieces. In fact, I'm going to double that over because we can get some really nice effects by having a piece of material underneath.
Right.
So we'll work on the top, and then what will happen underneath we can use perhaps tomorrow as well. So with a brush, and I've got some water. Now I've already put out our new, I think this is called the mulberry one.
Okay.
Love this colour, it's fabulous. So I've just squeezed a little bit into my pot, and I'm going to add some water.
Okay. Oh, that's paintbrush, you're just not messing around here, are we?
No, not messing around.
Oh, right, so quite a lot of water then.
Yes, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to treat this a bit like a watercolour.
Right.
Now, the last time we were on, I did painting on fabric, and I also used the same pigments on some mixed media paper.
Right.
It wasn't Bockingford then. Bockingford is recommended by Pauline, who does a lot of colouring on paper.
Hence why I should bring it tomorrow.
Yes,
I see.
and I went on one of her workshops, and ever since I've been on her workshop, I've been using it because it is fantastic.
Okay.
But if we can, I want to do a bit of painting on that as well. So we've got one colour going there. We'll get a second colour. And as you can see, I am using separate brushes. Otherwise, we get at this stage we get a bit of contamination, which doesn't matter. But actually, the contamination happens on the fabric. The blends, you'll get your lovely colour combinations where these two meet actually on the surface. So I'm going to make this quite watery.
Flying out one day special, can I just say, guys, thank you so much. Lots of you are going to have fun. You're just going to have good fun with these stamps, you know. Stock-wise, we are. It's off to a flying start. So you're getting 5 stamp sets, okay? You're saving £17.49, which essentially is like getting one of the stamp sets for free. Just over 10% of the stock's gone already on this one. So it's at 816229, and again, £69.96. Amazing stuff.
Okay.
Well, it's on Flex by 2.
So I've introduced the mulberry and the teal.
Loving that teal.
It's well, I love both these. In fact, I think these are my 2 favourite colours.
Just can't go wrong with a bit of teal.
Now can you see where they're joining? Now what you could do, especially if this was already damp, if you left it, that would just automatically blend. But if you want to, you can actually encourage it with your brush.
Okay.
You could leave it like that. You might get some sort of more defined lining. If you don't want defined lining, what you can do, I'm not adding pigment now, I'm just going to add some water. I'm just going to encourage the spread even more with some water. You can see it pooling a little bit, and I'm hoping that's going to go through to the other side.
Okay. It's because we've had a lot of water there. You've still got so much vibrancy with that colour.
Now, I would leave that just as it is.
Yeah.
And let it do its thing. We'll just have a little peep. Nothing's happening underneath. It hasn't gone through yet. But we'll just still leave it there. And I'm going to put it under the counter, and we'll see what happens maybe at the 8 o'clock. It probably won't be dry then.
Maybe 9 o'clock we can do it, can't we?
But certainly in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, before it goes down underneath, I'm just going to... I would actually let it just dry a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just flick some clean water
muffled
in it.
effect.
Yeah. Now, can you see it's already starting to bleach out?
Yeah.
And you get the most amazing texture.
So worth it with that.
Yes.
Isn't it?
It's such a simple thing. But like I say, because it's still quite wet, we'll probably lose those.
Yeah.
So maybe after 5 or 10 minutes, then's the time to get your clean water and just flick it in.
Then it's going to be more definition, isn't it then?
Yeah, exactly. So that's one technique. So
I hear you.
get that on the floor.
Oh, lovely. Any questions, by the way, for Cathie, please do email us in studio@hochans.com. I'm going to sing Mel again shortly, going to run down the counter, remind you all, but time for some more painting.
Right, now this one I am going to spritz, just to show you differences. So this isn't going to be as damp as this, because this one is really quite wet.
Saturated, yeah.
Yeah. So this is just damp. Now what we can do with this one, instead of going right the way across, we can just perhaps do little areas. Put a bit more colour in.
Now we have got queues on the phones, folks. Do call us. Lots of people are on the lines waiting to get theirs. So if you'd like to get yours, do call us again. We will get to you, like I said, but if you can go on the website, fastest way to order. Oh, I like this. Got a little bit more random.
Yeah, but because I've spritzed it, it will blend. Now, if you don't think it's wet enough, just add some more water. And again, we'll see what happens. We'll put it below and we'll show it again. Well, if not, I say at 8, then certainly at 9 in the morning when it will be dry. So that can go down. We'll see what happens with that one.
30% of the stock's gone on the microfiber, so meters worth, so 30%, 239904. We've only just probably mentioned it actually, so it's kind of gone in that time more or less. So again, for £17.49, cracking deal for a meter's worth. And this is what we're using now, the microfiber, isn't it?
This is pretty well what we always use.
How do you wash it, by the way? Any advice there?
Just pop it in the washing machine and...
What is it, 40, 30?
Well, I mean, they do say you can wash it at 40, but if you've gone to the trouble of doing hand painting and you've done say you've embroidered on it or whatever, I always put mine on a hand wash. In the machine, but in a hand wash.
You might as well.
Yeah, so you can actually see it's already picking up some of the colour. I love that because, again, it just adds texture. In fact, I might... Excuse me, can I just see if I've got
You can, it makes it a bit more
scissors?
bespoke, doesn't it?
I've got your scissors stuck anywhere. Have I put them away?
I'm sure I saw some scissors. Well, do you know what,
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll just go on it double. It's
Are they in one of the drawers?
I borrowed them off
sorry, they're there.
Oh, well, they're not quite the right pair. They're a bit diddy, but let's just see if I can cut it in half, because I think I can get quite a few bits out of this.
Okay.
And this one is going to be the best because it's wet.
Right. It's
all right, Mel. It's working with the small ones.
We've got it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mel's running around.
Oh, bless her.
Okay, so £17.49. A metre is a lot, isn't it? And
well, you can get a lot of projects out of a metre. You know, you can make some cushions, especially if your cushions, you just do the front.
Yeah.
Let's just put that in
well,
there
what ink would you recommend? If you want, let's say we've got the one day special and this fabric, we want to do a similar kind of thing what you normally bring us. You want to stamp onto some fabric and then use the paints. We don't want obviously the ink to run. What do we use?
Well, we use the VersaCraft,
right?
Which we've got on the show, which is these.
So do you set it onto the fabric then?
Yeah, this can be set as well and can be laundered. But before you set it with an iron, you can manoeuvre it around with water.
I see.
We will be showing.
I remember this.
And that's again why we use it.
I remember that now.
Right, let's do a bit of this.
Right, so what about the VersaCraft then? And you're getting 6 colours actually on the side. Yeah, £10 for that's like. And this is the fabric ink that Pink Ink choose. This is what you choose to have on, which is lovely.
Right, now when I'm at home, I don't work in a little tray like this. I have got a big oil... well, I have a big oilcloth, which I spread over the kitchen table, and I actually work flat on the table.
Yeah.
And then when you lift it up, you get all this lovely spotting.
Like pooling.
Yeah, and then we go back in. But what I want to do is I just actually want to start introducing...
And that's how you did the background to some of this as well, was it?
Yeah, this was done on the kitchen table. We got this veining, which again I want to show in a minute, by scrunching up your piece of fabric, and you leave it to dry scrunched.
Is that what it is?
And then when it's dry, you open it up.
You know, it's a different process, obviously, but it's similar to that like, the batik fabrics I've seen, actually. It's that sort of vibrancy. It's a different look in fabrics.
It's similar. So I'm just going to add some purple to this one, because I think it's a bit more Christmassy. You can see I don't use very much pigment at all, actually, just a bit.
Okay. This one of the new colours, the aubergine. This is some set 3, I think it is.
This one's the purple. Yeah. That one was the aubergine, which actually diluted looks really pinky, which is going to be great because when you use it neat, it's going to be pink when it's neat, and then it's going to be a bit more crimsony when pink when it's diluted and more crimson when it's neat.
When it's neat, yeah.
So you get all sorts of more colour combinations.
I get you.
And I just want to go up to the edge because I don't want to waste it. So now this is the one that was wet. Now, if I think right, look what's happened to underneath. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to put this one under. Excuse me, Charlie.
No, that's all right. No, you're fine.
There we
I
are.
like this, but this is how you get really unique kind of different patterns. It's quite nice leaving bits there.
Yes, exactly. And that's what's so lovely about it. And that's going to be cracking background for when we want to do some Christmas stamping in the next shows. So I'm going to lift that off. Now, can you see there's some colour there? That I'm not going to waste. And I'm going to pick that up on a dry bit.
Okay.
And I should, if there's enough of it, it might not be enough, I should get some like little, it's not really a lot, some spotting. And that is how we did, it should be here. I think it was this one. That was just pick up from my oilcloth. So what I want to do now is I want to try and get this type of effect, and that's exactly how I did that.
I see.
So all the red is the spotting, and then I'm going to add watercolour wash over the back, so you get the spots.
I get you.
And the back. So we're going to do both at the same time, and I think I'm going to want to do the turquoise wave because I think it will show up.
Build up as much as you want. It's nice like that as well, actually.
So what you're doing is you're creating layers. Just as exactly the same if you were painting a scene and you were painting the sky and the foreground, and then you want to start putting the detail on, it's exactly the same, just layers of colour. So I think...
Just build up gradually.
Yeah.
And
so,
this fabric, the actual fabric itself, is it quite nice to use as cushions, as bags?
Yes. Well, you feel it. It's lovely and soft. It
is really soft.
It mimics linen. So it looks like linen. It feels like linen. It's just beautiful. And actually, when we do shows and people come up, they go, "Golly, you know, it really is soft."
Yeah.
Never thought it would be like that because it's actually a man-made fibre, and it was designed for the fashion industry to mimic linen, so that you don't get all the, you know, linen creases.
I was going to ask if you use it for clothing, actually.
Yeah, they use it on the catwalks and things, because linen, when you sit down, it all creases up. So that's what they use it for.
Is that what they use? Interesting.
So we're going to go a bit of the...
It'll be floaty kind of look to it.
So can you see the texture that we're creating here? This is going to be a lovely piece. So I'm at home, on my washing line, I just have pieces of fabric like this, don't have any clothes, it's just all lovely bits of microfibre, lovely colours. And then large pieces just get spread over the lawn, and it's all a bit random. So that's how we create texture. Okay, so that's another piece.
There's so much depth to these colours. You know.
It's only really going to make sense to the viewers if they look back and we show how they've dried, how the colours have blended, and you've created your background.
I understand. Again, yeah, we can watch the show back again later on, but to watch later on or tomorrow morning actually, we'll revisit them once they're dried and we'll get the effect. But it's good to see the application process, isn't it? It's just it's quite simple.
And I've done exactly the same with the Bockingford, the watercolour. So in this case, I actually mixed the paint up on my tray.
So when you say Bockingford, it is actually for people who are new, it's watercolour card, isn't it?
It's a hot press watercolour paper that you do watercolours on. It's made in the UK. It's acid free. They use the local water in the stream that still has trout in it and everything. They're very into recycling and you know, reusing the papers. But again, this is using our multi-surface paint. So we've used it neat on the spoons, we've used it dilute on the watercolour paper, and we've used it dilute on the fabric.
On the fabrics
but we're also going to use it neat on the fabric. We
are, I see. So to highlight that detail for impact on it, £17.49 for 20 sheets of the Bockingford. So again, if you've got the one-day special, you're saving £70.49, so you might as well get that thrown in actually, which is quite funny. Thanks, Cathy.
Okay, so you get to see the versatility actually of the pigments.
Well, it's in the painted then. I've actually got some floating in the air here as well. Thanks, Callum. They are. Oh, I see. That's smooth.
Yeah, it's really smooth.
Yeah, it's not. When you say watercolour, it's not watercolour like I actually thought. You know, it's not like I've used to.
Well,
That's different.
Watercolour paper, it comes in all different, you know, it's put in moulds and what have you. Some can be textured, and textured.
This is hot press.
Yeah, textured could be really beneficial to you if you want to have like an effect or a texture to your piece.
Yeah.
But actually, for stamping, a very smooth watercolour is really good because you get a really good.
That's what I'm interested by, actually.
Of it. But Pauline will, she'll
unique.
be able to tell you more about it.
If I had to get this ahead, Pauline will be demonstrating this tomorrow at 9 a.m. It's the first time on there as well, Pauline. Looking forward to meeting her.
She's lovely, Pauline.
Well, she's a talented crafter, I'll give her that. I'll show you some of her cards shortly too. Again, any more questions, keep them coming in, folks. We've got just over 20 minutes left on this show. And the one thing special is basically 5 brand new stamp sets brought to us by Cathie and Mel. They are very beautiful. If you look for something different, if there's going to be a gap in your crafty stash, then this is bound to fill it. Because, well, although we say Christmas, it really doesn't have to be this. If you take away Christmas elements, the bear, for example, you take the hat off, it's absolutely ideal, isn't it? And we've got the owl. Before I just do a recap, can we have a look at your artwork originally?
Yeah, of course you can.
So, all those images, those stamps, this is where they began. I love seeing this, you know.
Well,
this is great.
I mean, we're going to be working on the bear in a minute. In fact, we've said on Facebook that all the samples, he's a grizzly bear, but actually the one we're going to do is we're going to make him into a polar bear.
Right,
so we're going to use our white multi-surface paint. And we do try and bring the sketchbook with us every time, just to show the transformation from an initial sketch. So this was my very first sketch, which I think I probably showed Mel, and she said, oh, it'd be nice to have it face on. We did the second one. It never happens like this, Charlie. This is really rare. And from this one, it was pretty much a yes right from the beginning. So once we knew that it was going to be this composition, we just added, you know, these are the little elements that go with it. And from this initial one, we almost went straight to that one, which is the original drawing.
I see.
But you can see he's got a paw missing there, and you can see the tracing paper. I've tried different shapes of paw, and what I do is with my tracing paper, I lift that on and turn it round.
So you audition your idea?
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah. So I see, does it look right? No, it doesn't. And eventually
What do you usually use? Is it like a pen?
I always sketch with a pencil first, and then I go over the top. You can see I define with a pen, and then once I've defined it, I then go on with my final piece of tracing paper, and I trace my own drawing exactly as I want it to finish.
And it's just fascinating, this, you know. It really is. It's beautiful. Can I look at one more?
Yeah, so this one was the bear that went really quickly. Can I just skip to the
what's your angel policy, by the way, with the stamps?
If you stamp and make what, you know, sell what you make, we're absolutely fine with that.
That's low, and this is your artwork, and obviously Mel as well. This is wonderful. This is wonderful.
So the stag was a completely different story to the bear.
Okay.
And so it was just started. I just did some different postures for Mel, and we thought we were getting somewhere with this one face on, but it just didn't really work for us. We just tried, and we adapted, and I thought we were pretty well near the end of this one, and we just thought, you know, it's not right. So then we did side on looking up. Eyes weren't right. You know, we thought about having a crown round, changing the antlers.
So much
and
thought
so
in
it
this.
went, and there was more and more.
Oh, look at this. You've obviously taped up some other ideas there.
And if it doesn't work, what I do, you can see with tracing paper, rather than have to redraw the whole thing again, I just get my tracing paper, I lay it over, and then I just draw in the bit, and if I don't like it, I cut it out, take it away, put the same here. Now, I didn't like the antlers, so I've just gone over and I've adapted it. Yeah. Again, you can see the pencil work here, and then I've gone over with dark line, and then I've gone over again. So that was the finished
So
piece.
how many hours work is on these 2 pages, for example, roughly?
Well, the stag, a lot.
Yeah, and how... Some people just fly around when...
I think it was
I bet you're quick.
Weeks,
than
wasn't it now? It was weeks doing the stag. I mean, that's not full time. We'd go off, we'd come back.
Of course you do, yeah.
Whereas the bear, I think I drew it up in an afternoon. So, that's rare.
That's amazing. It's all different. There's no rules, aren't there?
We've got others to show, but we'll show that over.
Well, shall I do a quick recap then?
Yes.
But I love seeing that, Cathie. It's just fascinating. If you'd like to see how these became into stamps, we got the stamps. They are actually the one day special. Here's a finished article. This is what you could do. These are the brand new designs by Pink Ink. Check them out. Lots of lovely ideas there. That is the one-day special. We've got more demonstrations with Cathie, but Mel, thanks for coming back and saying hello.
That's all right.
Let's recap the one-day special. For those just joined us, we are approaching 20%. This is the first launch show.
Yes.
That says to me this is very busy. So thank you so much everyone who's bought it. You're going to have great fun with these, but this offers pure escapism with our crafting, do you think?
Yeah, oh, completely. I mean, you can just lose yourself in it, can't you?
Yeah, you can. You can. I mean, why would you be buying this as a passionate crafter yourself? You're sat at home. What would make you think, yeah, I'm going to go for the bundle?
Well, firstly, the saving.
Yes.
But secondly, I like to think that we do what other people don't, and so we're different.
They're totally different. I mean, I've seen lots of owls, but nothing like that.
No.
Nothing like that. I've seen lots of penguins, but nothing like that. It's because your authentic own designs, aren't they? They're lovely.
we you know, we love all the stuff that's out there that everybody does, but we don't want to be like them. We want to be ourselves.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah.
Well, there's a pink ink style, and this is the one. It's so magical. If you do want something new, this definitely is that, isn't it? And we've got lots of them. So turn one stamp set around, actually. Have a look at the owl, just briefly. It's a classy bird. Oh, now, the owl is actually the favourite on its own. So all of these 5 options, £17.49 for one stamp set. Choose whichever one you like. But again, the value is in the bundle, the one-day special, because you do get one thrown in, essentially, because look at that saving. So I love these. They are huge stamps, aren't they? They're lovely.
The main image is big.
Well,
but you can still, so even though the main image is big, you can use parts of the image rather than the whole thing.
Yes, of course.
So you can make your smaller cards if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you can. You really can.
Yeah.
You can just extract different elements, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, is that Pauline's there? I can't wait to work with Pauline tomorrow. Pauline, they're going to love you, Pauline. That is absolutely magnificent, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Love her style. That's very nice too.
There's Anne.
There's Anne, thank you very much. So there you go. Is that Pauline as well?
That's Karen.
That's Karen, forgive me. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's the owl. Again, one item number, select whichever one you'd like. But most of you are going for the bundle. That is the one-day special. Limited time offer, one-day special, folks. Do get them while you can. Right, owls. Penguins, slightly different, aren't they?
Yeah,
both birds.
Wings.
Both, yeah, but they're both, you know.
One can fly, one can't.
You couldn't get more different, could you, in terms of birds, actually, really. So there we go, lots of designs there. But this is your chance to go overboard. This is your chance to, you know, just release yourself. Just go for it. Get those bright colours out. Get those glitters out.
There's
if
a
you
lot
want
to go at these 5 stamps, isn't there?
There are.
You'd have a long time of crafting with them.
You really would, you really would. Do you know what? Can we have a look at the bauble one again? Because
Yeah.
that is very pretty, isn't it? So this is the stamps, so there we go. If I spin it around for you, you've got lovely sentiments. It's Christmas, lovely traditional font there. But that is very nice. Now, we have got the wings on the show. They're coming up next. I'm going to recap for you. But on their own, they do speak for themselves too. Isn't that pretty? Very, very nice. That's gorgeous. So, £69.96. It should be £17.49 more than that. So if you're going to get them at some point, if you can get them now, you are getting the best price. It's a one-day special. You will never, ever see that price for these 5 particular stamp sets on Hochanda again, okay?
No.
So you will never see that again. This is a limited time. I don't think the code will last, but even if stocks do last until the very last moment, that's it. It goes back up then, and that's it. It's shut off then. It's just shut off. So again, if you fancy it, get the best possible price. Now, we did say the wings. They are beautiful. They are spoiled. Let's have a recap on those because they do work well with very different styles. Not just the one-day special, but I'm sure other bits in the past from Pink Ink too. So we've got various different style or sizes, I should say here.
Yes, to mix and match. But can I just grab something?
You go and grab it. Go and grab it. Absolutely. 20%'s gone of this, folks. 20% already.
So
already
look,
gone.
We've got the bear here and we've put tiny little wings on him.
Look.
I think he looks lovely.
Oh, that's adorable. How charming is that?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, look. That's very cute, isn't it? I mean, he's not going to fly with those, is he?
No, I don't think so. But
He's given up,
isn't
isn't he? That is beautiful. The wings, they do add so much more. They add so much more movement, don't they? They're really, really smart.
Yeah.
And you've got lots of ideas down here too. So again, we see the stamps. Very pretty. And do you know what, that? Oh, I keep seeing more. Every time I try and move away, there's still something else, isn't there?
Yes.
That's very beautiful.
As we say, we're very blessed with our design team.
You are, and
blessed.
they work very hard indeed, as has Leanne there. We saw that one earlier. That is mightily impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that one. But that one that you showed before, that's from Louise.
Oh, Louise, yes, another
So
proper
you
look at that.
haven't seen a Louise yet.
Louise, that's beautiful. Look, that is a scrapbook page, giving me absolute ideal.
Yep.
Lovely composition, Louise. That's
Yeah, it's
beautiful
nice,
as well,
isn't
isn't it? You're my angel. What lovely words. Louise, I like it. I like it. Just briefly, we've got some material here too.
Yes, the cushion cover.
Very nice. Very, very pretty. And Leanne did that too. I love Leanne's style as well, the colours Leanne uses.
She's good. They all are.
They all are equally as good. Thank you so much, guys. £17.49. If you'd like to go for the stamp set, 779348. Now, she is quick. No, it's getting boring now, sorry. But this Cathie in action, that is mightily impressive. Now, these paints, we've got these on the show too. They are absolutely flying. We've got some brand new colours there too. But they are the wings. Again, they're called Flying High, 779348. But let's have a look at these cones, if we may, Mel. So tell us about these. What do we get actually in the stamp set?
So you get the cone pattern, if you like, that makes up, and Cathie will be demonstrating that on one of the shows later on. Probably, I think it's tomorrow. But you get all the little extras that you can stamp on it as well. So you get your baubles and your little flying deer, your reindeer. Parcels and things that you can make little gift tags from. Right. But they can hang from the tree, they can be freestanding for place names, all sorts of things.
Well, they really can. That's a nice idea.
Calendar would be great with.
Wouldn't that be nice? Put the on a bit of bunting.
Yes.
Like your idea, it's got to be for your trees, isn't it, as well? Just think what embossing patterns you're going to be using.
Yes.
Do you know?
We used embossing on this.
See, that's one of my favourite ones, actually. That's really smart. And the wings you've used there too. Yes. That's just class, isn't it?
Yes. It looks lovely, doesn't it?
That is very smart.
And it's sort of monotone, which I think always works.
It does. So Christmassy, non-Christmassy, very pretty. Or a hat.
It'd be a very small hat.
It'd be a silly hat, but it'll be fun. There we go, folks. Again, it's £17.49. It's 062050, saving a good money if you're going for that one-day special. Don't forget that. You're actually saving £17.49. So it's like, if you buy that as well, it's kind of the same difference, isn't it? Thanks, Mel. We'll see you shortly towards the end of the show. I'll go and see Cathie, shall I?
Yes,
we've got more demonstrations. Don't forget about these paints, by the way. We've got 3 different sets for you. This is set number 1. The orange on the left there is the brand new colour. That's why it's flying. It's £15.99. Again, it's 874941. With set 2, by the way, now the colour in here is the pink, I think it is. The mulberry, that's right, the mulberry, just on the left there. £50.99, again, same, it's a different item number, it's 698802, brand new today. And finally, set 3, it's got that beautiful aubergine. It's smart, the one just in the second one in there. It's very pretty, that. Oh, that's good. I like the orange, between that and the orange for me, but look, it's £15.99. Again, it's 525992. They're all busy, actually, so maybe some people are going for all 3. Why not? Who knows? So then, Cathie, my friend, what do we got next?
Well, I just wanted to say about the orange. The orange is called Spiced Pumpkin, which the old one was called Spiced Pumpkin. Right. But we have tweaked the colour. Well, Mel's tweaked the colour. Right, OK. So it's not the same as the one before. So it's got the same name.
So do you think it's the same? Right, OK.
It's improved colour.
So you thought you could improve it and thought you could...
Yeah, absolutely could.
I like it. There you go.
Right, I've just brought this back up onto the counter because I said I was going to scrunch it and I forgot to do it. So I just want to show. So this is one that was damp. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this, scrunch it up, and I'm going to leave. Sometimes I put it in a rubber band so it's nice and tight.
Bunch something up.
We're just going to leave it like that, and then we'll open it when it's dry.
And that's how you get...
And that's how you get, well, this sort of...
That
like
there. It looks like a reflection in a swimming pool or something, with the light reflects.
And this sort of effect here.
Yeah, doesn't it have that effect?
Yeah, and this darker area is where you get your peaks. When you've scrunched it, you have peaks of fabric, and the colour travels up the peak and sits. And you can also see it's got the shimmer, which is in the mica in the paints.
I see. So I guess from the peak it always goes down a bit as well.
Yeah,
gravity.
Yeah.
I like that.
And this is the bleaching out with the water. So do you remember I said when it's just
when
damp,
you splashed it on?
Clean water, and that's how you get this. And it looks sort of like under the sea sort of effect, doesn't it?
And that is like reflection on a pool. That I love that. That's very nice.
Yeah. So the amount of techniques you can do on fabric with the pigments is just vast.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. So what I've got the bear stamped, but I just wanted to show on my journal page what elements you get with the bear. So you get your bear, and then the hat the Santa hat is separate. So if you don't want to use it and you don't want to use it for Christmas, you take it off.
That's a multi-season bear.
Exactly, and you don't need to put your snowflakes, you don't need to put your Santa paws.
Yeah.
I mean, this is quite generic, so you can put bear. I'm afraid I smudged that a bit, and I've just dropped a bit of paint on it.
Okay.
But, you know, but that's all the bits you're going to get on your stamp. And during the course of the one-day special, if I get time, I'll try and paint this with the multi-surface paint as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I like it.
Right, so this is the bear that I've stamped, and I didn't get a hugely good impression here. It was a little bit furry. Doesn't matter, because what we're going to do is we're going to use our opaque white. It's the first time we've actually been able to bring it to Hochanda.
Yeah.
We've used it so many times before, and I just want to say, don't muddle up the sparkle star with the opaque white.
Yeah.
In the pot they look the same, but the sparkle star is just glitter.
Okay.
It's like a pearlescent white glitter, whereas the opaque white
It's clear.
It's opaque.
Opaque, I mean, yeah. It blocks it out, yeah.
But you can also use it to mix with, so say you want to have, not that one, let's get a good, say you want to do that, you can get lovely shades of pink if you mix the white with it, and again, dilute it down. It's such a good pigment to have.
It is, isn't it?
All the time.
It's very
fab.
handy. You should be offered that when you check out your baskets, by the way.
Yeah.
What we call perfect partners.
Right, so what I've done here is I've stamped my bear and I've put all the little elements around because I'm imagining that it's going to go in my hoop. So as I've stamped it, I've kind of thought about that. This background was the same as I've just done before, was damp, and I've just added my colour and then walk away and let it do its blending, and this is the lovely soft effects you get. I've done a bit on the side, which I have done my PVA and water mix, which is like a milky consistency, half and half PVA, half water.
Yeah.
I've painted it over just the elements, not this, because these are the bits I'm going to cut out. And if I could hand those to Mel, and she can cut me just a few bits and bobs.
Very much.
Then we've got
I can't be
something
trusted. I'll be rubbish. I always try though.
It's got to be neat.
Best. Yeah.
So just using our white only, our grizzly bear is going to become a
I've got
polar
5
bear.
minutes just to let you know.
Perfect.
But we're doing great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mel.
So all we're going to do is just top on a bit of white. Now what I'm going to do to make it sort of polar bearish is I'm also considering, again, I've said this before, the light. If I imagine that the sun was in this top corner and it's coming down, where is the white going to hit this bear? So where the light's going to go is where I'm going to put my white. And you can see I'm just putting quite big lumps on. I'm just sort of smudging it over the bear. And if I don't get a chance to finish this out, I'll try and finish it in between, and you can see it done for the 8 o'clock show. If it's quite dark underneath, you might need to put a second coat on, but just build up your white and just keep adding until it's as opaque as you want it to be. And if you've got lumps, you can always spread with your finger as well. You know, you think, oh, well, it's got a rough edge, I don't like it. Just smudge it with your finger.
Blend it, smudge it. Yeah.
So he's slowly becoming a polar, which is a bit more Christmassy, a bit more wintry.
The difference that's making now, you know. And you've done all the shading for us too, as well.
Yeah. And
you can expand on that at home, of course.
Exactly. If you want to make this even darker still, we say a black VersaCraft. See, the black VersaCraft, you could mix.
That's the ink pads, isn't it?
That's ink pads that are only permanent once you've heat set them.
Of course.
But you can move them around with water until they're heat set.
It's handy, that, you know.
Yeah. So they make a brilliant paint. They're fab.
40% of the stock's gone on these ink pads. We've been busy across the items on today's show with Cathie and Mel. It's £9.99 for 6 of them. It's 343272. This is what I love. This is why I just switch off watching people do this now. It's just potter around.
Yeah, and when we designed these, our remit to ourselves, Charlie, was that we wanted the designs to work not at Christmas.
Yeah, of course.
And I think pretty much we've achieved that. In fact,
well, of course you
our
have.
Facebook page, for which our members share all their makes, there's a lady that's just posted, I think her name's Gail Bond, and she's done the baubles. I think she did it today, in fact, and I looked at it. Absolutely beautiful. And she's done them all in like sepia.
I love that.
And then some in shades of blue, and they would just be lovely for a wedding.
I love
and
that.
you know, you look and you think that would be Christmas, but it's just the colour that she's used. But if anybody wants to join, they're more than welcome. Even if you don't want to post, just to admire, we've got some amazing, talented people who share their makes, and it's called the Pink Inkers Facebook group page. Can you see how this is working with this white for the polar bear on his paw? And then, of course, what I'd love to do, I probably again won't have time, but I can do it in the interval in between the two shows, is put the sparkle, the pearlescent sparkle on top of him.
It's just those highlights now, isn't it?
And this is just one colour, white, nothing else.
So like I said, it's a good thing to add into your basket.
Yeah.
It's the opaque white.
Yeah, I might put some purple, perhaps just in the stars.
Yeah.
Because we've got purple, and just keep your colour palette really simple.
Well, we've got just under a minute, sadly, but this has been absolutely lovely, you know. The one-day special, ever so popular. Thank you so much. It's on FlexiMy 2. You're getting 5 stamp sets. It's 5 for the price of 4, £69.96, or again, you can stagger the cost with FlexiBuy. It's been great fun. And 816229. I know you're a big fan of this, but guys, just remind us, why would you both be getting this one-day special? Why do you think it's been so popular?
Well, as we say, the saving and the fact that the stamps are very versatile.
Yeah,
I think that's the key. The
it's for all
versatility.
year round, isn't it? We got here, isn't it?
And I mean, definitely you can use them for Christmas without a doubt, but you can use them at other times of the year.
I mean, all of them, even the baubles, really you can adapt, but really all of them you can use for multi-season. I love that bear. That owl is the most popular. You can't get them individually. It's been a brilliant show. Thanks for all that, Cath. That was wonderful.
Well, thank you for having us.
And Mel, thanks for your idea as well. It's been brilliant. We'll see